Hello, it's me again. So you're probably wondering, what the hell is a Fox Lake? Fox Lake is one of the many suburbs in the Chicago area. I went there because I wanted to try other places to work outside of the Chicago area, and given like my schedule, I feel like going there to study was the best approach. But if you're a Chicago resident watching this, you're probably wondering, why Fox Lake specifically? There's so many other suburbs. Well, I was struggling to figure out which suburb I wanted to go to first, so I decided to just like have all the suburbs I can access through Union Station put through a roulette, and I just spun the wheel and see what it landed on. Fox Lake wasn't the first one it landed on. It actually landed on something else. I forgot what it was, but the issue was when I was trying to find places to work, there wasn't enough shops open late enough for me to get like a productive session out of it. When I was gonna go, it was gonna be after church, so I would be out by like 12 something, and then it would take what, usually around like an hour to get to a lot of these places, maybe an hour and a half. And since it was a Sunday, that mean they were closed like maybe an hour or two after I got there. So it wouldn't be productive enough for me. So I respun it a couple more times, and eventually it landed on Fox Lake. And Fox Lake had some places where they were open pretty late. So I was like, great, open late on a Sunday so I can do work? Fantastic. And so I went there, and my first impressions were pretty interesting. The place itself was pretty scenic, actually. There was a lot of like nature that you could look at, which was much appreciated. But the roads itself, like, just felt very bland. I don't know. I mean, it's a suburb, so I wasn't really expecting too much to begin with. The first concern I had was that there wasn't that much sidewalk on the main road, which wasn't really the best impression I had, because when I like just saw the layout of the place initially, I wouldn't have expected that, but that's just how it was, so I just had to deal with it. But that wasn't like the worst thing ever, because like if the places are good, then it won't really matter as much. I'll be able to still get my work done and whatnot. I went to the first place I could find on like maps. It was this place called Stella's, and it was a cafe shop, and it was open till like 10 or something. So I was like, perfect, I can work there, I can get a productive session. And so I went there, and I noticed something very weird on the sign. The sign, it said 21 only. Now, for the record, I'm not old enough to be in the 21 plus area. So I was like, okay. And so I took a look inside. I'm like, what could possibly make a cafe 21 plus? And so I see slots. You heard that. Slots in a cafe shop. So I thought to myself, okay, maybe it's because like the slots are 21 plus, so I'm not able to access that. So I'm able to access the coffee shop, right? So I went inside, and they were like, may I see your ID? The face I made internally when he said that, I like just straight up couldn't believe it. Like that there was a 21 plus cafe that just had slots. I was a bit flabbergasted by that. But I told him I was underage. I was like, where else can I work? And he was like, I don't know, Taco Bell, McDonald's. I was not about to let this slide. I went to the Walgreens right next to it. I was just frantically looking at places I could maybe go to. And so I saw another one that was open until, actually, I forgot when it was. I think it was open till around 10. So I was like, cool, I can go there as well. So I went there as well, and it was closed. Like, just closed for the day. I saw the map. I looked on maps. It said it was open, but the place wasn't. So great. What else do I do now? I noticed another place that was open, and I was like, cool, I can go there. And it's open till later apparently. So I went inside, and they had slots. The good thing was that it was at least open to everyone. You just couldn't access the slots unless you were 21 plus. And so I sat down, I got something to eat. The 2 or 3 people I met there were pretty chill, to be honest. I didn't mind their presence too much. However, when I was eating there, it became kind of clear that this might not be the best place for me to work. And so I could really consider leaving once I finished my food. However, there was another issue. The place itself didn't have tap to pay. I didn't bring my wallet. I just brought my phone because like up to this point, every place has had like some form of touch to pay. And so basically I had to send money to one of the guys that was there, and they gave me cash so I can pay for my food. That was a bit of a hassle because I've never used that feature on Apple before, but in the end it turned out okay. I thanked him, thanked the bartender person, and I left. And so now I was just walking around just thinking, what else can I do here exactly? Basically, I gave up on the whole cafe stuff and I said, maybe there's something interesting I can do here. So first I went to the lake, and the lake itself was actually pretty nice. It was very scenic. There was a lot of construction for the park for whatever reason, but it was a nice time. I enjoyed myself. Yeah, I just continued walking around from there. There were a lot of bugs, which I didn't really like, but if I were able to just swallow that, I was like, okay, cool. So I continued walking around, and I decided maybe I'll go to the downtown area just see what's up there. And I went there. I was pretty disappointed. Most of it was a parking lot. I mean, like, there was stuff to do, but a lot of the space was taken up by a parking lot, which wasn't really nice. And I mean, there was a park and a trail. The trail itself was fine. I didn't really go down it all too much because it was already starting to feel like late afternoon. And so there wasn't really like too much time before I needed to go back home. The park itself was nice, but it was like really small. I thought it would be like bigger than it was, but I was thoroughly disappointed. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll try to find one more place to work. And I found this one place that wasn't too far. I was like, cool, I'll walk there. Once again, enjoy the nature. The nature was actually one of the better parts of this trip. So I was very glad to see that. But I went there. I went to the place. I didn't even go inside, but I could just tell that they definitely had slots in there, like the other ones I've been to. So I just gave up and continued walking. Yeah, there wasn't much else to do. So I was like, cool, maybe I'm gonna take the metro back to Chicago. When I saw the schedule, it was like, it's 7. So I was like, cool, when's the next train? 8:25. The last one that left prior to me deciding to like leave was at 4:45. I gave up hope. I decided, okay, what else can I even do here? There was this one place that had like a lighthouse area, and I went there. It was kind of nice, but there was like crap ton of bugs. It kind of just like scared me off. The place itself was barely even a lighthouse, but it had a really nice view of the lake, and so I was like, cool. I'm just gonna wait at the train station at this point. This is too much. And so I basically just watched Ryan Trahan for like 40 minutes, and watch this one guy's stuff. Eventually, the train came, and I was more than happy to take it home. I will say though, when I was waiting there, the sunset looked really nice. It made for some pretty cool looking clouds, and that's where I got the thumbnail from. Yeah, I would never go to Fox Lake again. Oh, I will say there was this one place across the bridge that I was like kind of interested in going to, but I was like maybe another day. I'll do more research on that place next time before I consider going there. That was my Fox Lake story. Don't go there. It was pretty underwhelming. Yeah, that's about it. Subscribe for the unexpected. Bye.